Hi, Carmen Cooper here, coming at you today with some poses that are frequently requested in my classes because they make people's backs feel better. The first one are simple leg exercises. This is a Taekwondo belt. My yoga strap is out in my car, so I wanted to demo that if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt that you have around the house. My kids took Taekwondo, so I have a lot of these. If you have a bathrobe with a cloth belt, a cloth belt from a dress you don't wear anymore, before you go out and buy a strap, just use what you have around the house and see if it's something you're actually going to use. But for these leg exercises, let's lie back. I like to start on the right side. So if you can bend your right knee and loop your strap around your foot, and then as you inhale, pull the leg up. If you're flexible enough to reach your foot, you don't need a strap. And you can try it with the strap and without and see which way you like the best. If the straight leg is too much for your hamstring, feel free to simply bend your knee a little or a lot. And if you need to practice with the bent knee, you might prefer to use your hands to pull the knee towards your chest. And then once we're through holding here, as an exhalation rolls around, we're going to bring that leg to the outside. Doesn't matter how far down it goes. Be mindful, don't let gravity over assist you here. We want to stretch that groin muscle, not strain it. And if you find you have let gravity over assist you, all you have to do is bring the leg back up and start over. Now the other leg needs to remain engaged. The heel pushing away from you, the toes back toward your head. And then as you inhale, that leg comes back to center. And when an exhalation rolls around, we're going to bring the leg across the body, down towards the floor. That'll bring you up onto your left side. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor. You can look at the ceiling, or if you can do so comfortably, you can turn your head and look to the right. Reclining spinal twist. As you inhale, head and leg come back to center. And here, only if you want to, bring the leg back just a little bit more. And again, only if you want to. As you exhale, head goes towards the knee, and you can hover that other leg off the floor a few inches. Just a little bit of extra core work. Lower your head, lower your leg. Release your hands from your upright leg. And as you exhale, slowly lower that leg to the floor. And when your foot hits the floor, that's your cue to relax completely. Let everything that's bothering you today sink into the floor. And for about a half a minute here, see how effortless you can truly be. And the other leg, as you inhale, you can loop around that leg if you're using the strap. And bring it up. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to do bent knee on this side. If you're using the bent knee, drop your foot to the floor and then let your leg fall open, and you will be in a reclining tree when your leg falls open to the outside. As you inhale, leg comes back to center. As you exhale, leg goes across the body and down toward the floor. You can look at the ceiling, or if you can do so comfortably, you can turn your head and look to the left. Reclining spinal twist. As you inhale, head and leg come back to center. Remember to keep your extended leg engaged. And only if you want to, Bring the leg that's up a little bit further back. Again, only if you want to. As you exhale, head goes towards the knee, and you can hover that extended leg a few inches off the floor for a little extra core work. Lower your head, lower your extended leg, release your hands, and as you exhale, slowly lower that leg to the floor. And when your foot hits the floor again, half a minute vacation. See how effortless you can be. Let's bring both knees in, hug them towards the chest, and do rock and roll. Just gently rock and roll on your low back. Now from side to side. Now circles. Very soothing to the low back. Circles the other way. While we're still down here, let's do a reclining pigeon. If you can place both feet flat on the floor with your knees bent, take the right ankle, place it on the left knee, raise the foot, take your right hand, reach through the hole, and you can hold back here. Or if that's too easy and not a challenge, you can bend the knee and hold on the front of your shin and ease back. Your right hip will let you know how far to go. Release your hands. Drop your foot to the floor. Both feet back to the floor. Now let's switch sides. Left ankle on the right knee. Raise the foot. Left hand goes through the hole. You can hold back here. If that's too easy for you, drop the leg down and hold to the front of the leg. Listen to your hip. It will let you know how far to go. Release. Come to sitting. We're going to move to table pose, which is just on your hands and your knees. As long as you don't have bad wrists or bad knees, this should be good for you. From here, we're going to go to cat, cow. You synchronize your cat, cow with your breath. As you drop your head and your tailbone, you exhale. Belly button goes toward your spine. As you inhale, head comes up. Tailbone comes up. Synchronize with your breath. Go at your own pace. And repeat this another 4 or 5 times. From here, we're going to turn the toes under and go to downward facing dog. If at any time you're practicing and a particular pose does not feel good to your body, I encourage you to get out of it and don't do that one that day. If you want to stretch your hamstrings, bend one knee while you straighten the other. Alternating sides. If at any time you need to come safely out of downward facing dog, simply drop to your knees. To go back in, just push back, and there you are. From here, we're going to either up dog or cobra, depending upon your choice. To come to up dog, you just swing forward. Only thing touching the mat are your hands and your feet. If that's too much, drop your knees. And now you're in cobra. Be very mindful of your low back and these back bends. From here, let's go to pose of a child. That's a big back bend. If we can just sit back. If your knees and ankles will allow, sit back. and fold forward. You can extend your arms if you like, or have your arms alongside you. I like to prop my head on my two stacked fists. I find this very grounding. Something very soothing you can do to your back in pose of a child. Drop your head down, take your fists and just gently pummel on either side of your spine. I appreciate you tuning in and practicing with me today. Again, I'm Carmen Cooper. You can find me at carmencooperyoga.com. I hope your back feels really good. I hope you'll check out my blog post. This week's blog post is about these poses and how popular they are in my public classes. I hope they've made you feel good if you've practiced them with me today. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit like and subscribe. I also have a Carmen Cooper Yoga Facebook page, if you'd like to check that out. And I have a Pinterest account as well. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.